Alright, boys, we're live again. What's on today's agenda? Sorry about I got a little bit of a cold, so sorry about that. But other than that, we're ready to rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? So, I went to the gym for 6 years, and here's what I learned. That's the topic of this week's video. Video. So, 2023 is my 6th year of going into lifting, and I've learned a lot throughout the years. So I thought might as well, come on here and, give you guys some learning lessons throughout my journey of 6 years of lifting. So apart from the fact that I fucked around for, like a good couple of years, this video is gonna be of so much value to you because I'm gonna be breaking down what I did in terms of training and in terms of diet, and how I went about those things towards like the mid of my career and towards the later parts of my career. Because at the start of my lifting journey, I didn't um I didn't take lifting seriously that much. So I would say I started to realize the optimal training routine for me at least like I think like 1 year after starting to go into the gym. So the optimal training routine for me is the bro split. I'm sure you guys know what the bro split is. It's when you train one body part per day. It's because for someone like me, like it makes sense for me to literally like do the bro split because I can go to the gym every day. I can afford to go to the gym every day. Unlike some people who have like really busy schedules or like they're just lazy, and they can't get to the gym every day, so they end up doing like a push pull legs or a full body workout, which is not as optimal as a bro split, obviously. So if you can go to the gym every day as well, I recommend you guys do a bro split as well. Just because it's a lot more optimal because you can pretty much go all in on that muscle group that you're training, the body part that you're training, and then you can pretty much let it rest and recover for the rest of the week. So that's what I recommend like most beginners do, because most beginners are like teenagers and like people in their early 20s, so like they can afford to go to the gym every day because they don't have like much other commitments in their life. So that's what I recommend most people do when they first start going to the gym. And this is like if you think about it, this is the training split or the training routine, whatever you want to call it, that pro bodybuilders do as well. Just because they can afford to go to the gym every day as well, because that's their job and like that's what they're trying to do. Like they're just pro bodybuilders, so like they go to the gym every day and they can afford to go to the gym every day. So and they just go and just train to failure for that muscle group and just let it rest and recover. Just eat, let it rest and recover for the foreseeable future for about a week until he hits it again on the next week. So that's like the most optimal routine for me, and I'm pretty sure you guys get the gist by now. I don't think there needs to be much said about the training routine anymore because I think I explained myself pretty well about this training routine. I mean, in my busy schedule, I still find a way to go to the gym every single day. No matter rain or shine, I just go to the gym. That's just called discipline. At the end of the day, you need to have discipline. Otherwise, most people that do push pull legs, they don't have discipline. They don't go to the gym every day, and I just see that as a lack of commitment. So if you really have a busy schedule, I get it. Like some people are like parents and like they have like other commitments such as like kids and all sorts of things. But bro, if you're like in your early 20s or like if you're in your teens, bro, you have no excuse. Like just because push pull legs is popular, I know like a lot of like social media influencers push pull legs, no pun intended. But yeah, it's just not optimal for me. Like as you can see, like I built like a pretty good muscular frame. So like, and that came from like fucking push pull. Sorry, not push pull legs. That came from the bro split. At the end of the day, like people will find any excuse that they can to not go to the gym. They say, "Oh yeah, I'm on push pull legs, so like I can take one rest day per week or like 2 rest days per week or whatever." And they just don't go. Like, or they hit legs too much. I mean, push pull legs, like you just hit legs like twice a week, and we pretty much hit like every muscle group twice a week. But you don't really need to do that, to be honest. Like, you can actually go like fucking, like, if you really go to failure, you can really go ages without hitting a muscle group, because you'll still be sore. If you go like that much harder, you'll still be sore after a couple of days, or even like a couple, say like 4 or 5 days, you'll still be sore. So you don't really need to hit like a muscle group twice a week. That's just a myth. Okay, so I think I explained myself well enough for the training part. So let's get into the diet part. So in terms of diet, I didn't really. Well, the thing is, like, when I first started lifting, so like 6 months went by, and I didn't really do any changes to my diet. I just did training. I gained some muscle because of that as well. Surprisingly, because I trained to pretty much failure, but I didn't like add the nutrition into it as well. So like, yeah, I was failing at that point, because you need to back it up with the nutrition as well. So and I didn't do that for the first 6 months of my lifting journey. So I'd say, even though I gained a little bit of muscle, I'd say I recommend you guys, like, fucking just get the diet down from the day one, from the get go. Just get the diet down, and you don't have to do much at all. So I'd say after like 6 months, then I started to eat a little bit more protein, a little bit more carbs, and like, yeah, just like healthy fats and things like that, but mainly like more protein. So I would eat like a little bit more eggs, or like a little bit more meat than usual, and I noticed like a substantial amount of like muscle mass gain in those first 2 years of lifting, because that's what you call noob gains. So yeah, I gained a substantial amount of weight, amount of muscle mass, because of that nutrition switch, because I started eating a little bit more protein, and I just, it just blew up a little bit. And to be honest, bro, like, that's, if you're a beginner, that's pretty much like all you need, in terms of diet. Like, you don't need to go all in like bodybuilder style. Like, it's good if you can do that, but like, it's not necessary if you're a beginner. If you're like in your teens or like early 20s, and you're not doing like all the, like the grocery shopping for your family or whatever, and your parents do it for you, so like you can afford to eat like a little bit more meat, or like a little bit more eggs or whatever. So yeah, where was I going with this? So yeah, it's not necessary to, like, measure every gram of like whatever you're eating. So I recommend just eating a little bit more protein, a little bit more high quality fats, a little bit more carbs. Just start bulking up initially. The thing is, like, you will gain more muscle than like someone in their 5th year of training with everything optimized, because you get what you call noob gains, right? So noob gains is what you get, like, if you're a natty lifter, you get like noob gains in your first 2 years of lifting. So like, that's pretty incredible. Like, you gain like amazing, like 15 pounds, 20 pounds of muscle, just by like eating a little bit more and training to intensity, training to failure, right? But you would gain more muscle than someone that's in their 5th year of training with optimal training routine and an optimal diet, compared to you with your subpar diet and your subpar training routine, because you get what you call noob gains, as I said. So yeah, what I recommend is like, do this shit on repeat for like Well, I'd say you start, like if you're just getting into it, just getting into lifting, just pretty much train to intensity, train to failure, and like eat a little bit more protein than usual in your like first 2 years of lifting, and then like keep optimizing it as you go, because like you're not gonna start off with like a bodybuilder style diet and bodybuilder style training routine straight off the bat, because that's just not sustainable. You know what I mean? So yeah, do this shit for like 2 years, 3 years, 4 years on repeat, and go and optimize as you go, and then you would get to a good position in terms of your frame and in terms of your muscularity, and then you can start optimizing things like supplements and like all sorts of things like vitamins, supplements, micronutrients, micronutrients, greens, whatever. You can just start optimizing these supplements in terms of enhancing your muscularity. So pretty much, getting a better pump in the gym, and yeah, getting those veins to pop out and things like that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a pretty short one, I guess. So I just wanted to come here and tell you guys what I learned in my 6 years of lifting. Anyway, drop your boy a like, drop your boy a sub. I'll see you guys in the next one, eh? Peace.